some time ago, went to do some random conversation with ladies in town. And one lady said something interesting that I didn't think it was a criteria for men selection. One lady said, "Maybe problema are all rasta, only rasta no one yakono." So I know there are people like that watching this show, ladies like that who like rasta guys, which is why today I brought the rasta of all rastas, Amerado Bena, on the female show. I'm sure you're wondering why is he here? Yes, Obi per rasta, they not bring it back on. Amerado, how are you?
I'm good, sis. How are you?
I am fine, thank you. Amerado Bena. See, I don't know if there can be Amerado without yet in some first. I don't know if there's any conversation like that.
Oh, they can be.
There can be. So today we should have that conversation.
Yes.
A conversation without yet in some.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Amerado in essence. What school?
University Senior High.
Okay.
I think we are called Majemba. It's not that I think, we are called Majemba.
Okay. We're side with you. We're side with you. And were you living in Kumasi like?
Yeah, I was living in Kumasi. I've lived in Kumasi my whole life. I came to Accra 3 to 4 years ago. Okay. So I've lived all my life in Kumasi and London.
Okay. So when you were in school, which courses were you studying?
I was studying general arts, economics, history, Chi, and literature.
Literature.
Yeah.
Ooh, come and lie so.
Sure.
Were you good at it?
No, I was not good at it.
So how then?
I was not bad, I was not good, because, I didn't love literature because there was a lot of reading. And I didn't love a lot of reading back in school, but now I do. But I used to score around 60, 65, 70. Okay. The good students will score 90, 80. And the bad ones, 5, 10.
Okay, at what point did you discover your rap skills?
In school, when I was...
In school?
University Senior High, SS. When I was living at Form 3, I went on the 4-year streak. I was a 4-year student, so at Form 3, one of my friends called Alpheus, he told me that, bro, you love Panka and the Tama Boys too much. Why don't you do your own stuff? And I said, how am I going to write my own lyrics? Where is it going to come from? He said, start writing rhyming words. I will never forget. So I started disturbing my mom when we were sleeping. So it'd be a da, fa, ba, ka. So then I would be doing that. My mom would say, hey, what bother man? You get that? And then I said, Mom, I want to be a rapper.
Hey, that's what low boy. You come and say the voice are down.
I was saying, go mom,
Okay.
Ain't mommy be me kakra. Hey, opens that. Okay. Ain't me mommy, I know, just say my bottom there. So I started going outside to do it with my friends on table. So when they play it, boom, chat, and I started then I started being a rapper.
And the whole time, you didn't see the importance of literature in what you were doing?
No, I saw the importance. I wasn't that kind of hardcore literature student. I was the Chi guy because I was scoring the extension in economics, Chi, and history I was good. But literature, I remember my father died, so I wasn't even getting money to buy the textbooks. So whenever the teacher comes and the teacher was very dull. His name is my brother. He is very dull when he can't be teaching. And okay, so in the chest of a woman, you see that he will be teaching and sleeping at the same time.
Hey.
Yeah. So I wasn't that much into literature. I remember literature. How did I score? I think I scored B or C or something. Yes.
Okay.
But with Chi and Econs, I did well. I think science B, A, social A, and stuff. Yeah.
So until you discovered that you could rap, what did you want to do? Because
I wanted to be a rapper. Mid-year. When I lost my dad, I told myself that if I've discovered this, I would want to be a rapper. I've never, growing up, when I go to SS and I left school, I never thought of doing anything aside rap.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Growing up, my father wanted me to be a doctor, which I knew I was not gonna be a doctor. Yeah.
Okay. So now, mom was there for you.
Yes, she was there. Yes.
At what point did she also get that discovery that this is actually something my son is doing?
That was when I came to Accra, Kain Ketesi, Ezi and Kwao, my managers at my BNS Music, who took me, rented a place here for me, and then I started taking music more serious. I think I went on some freestyle battles, radio interviews, and then it started becoming, I started living my dream to live the dream. Yeah, so my mom started believing in the dream.
Let's talk about your mother, a core in the dream. This show is for women, so I would like for us to put some highlight on the mother figure here. Was there a point you felt like if she had known what you were doing earlier, you might have sped up in the industry?
You know, with our mother kind of thinking, it's a societal issue. They always think that rascals are the people who do music. It's like that because they've seen some kind of musicians smoking, doing some uncalled for things and stuff. But I believe that as an individual, you have your flaw and you have your strength. My mom knows that I am one guy who is very hard to be influenced. So he pardons me. If you go and tell my mom that your son has come and steal something from her, she will deny it. But if you say it's Quince, she say, oh yeah. So, but you get it. If you go and tell her, oh, I stole this, maybe a car or a mansion, you say no. But if you say Quince, you say, oh, because I used to steal Quince for TV game. You get it. But me being a musician, I thought she felt like I was going to be a rascal on the street. And even growing my hair up, she was against it until I told her that, Mom, no matter what you do, I'm not going to change it. Just watch me grow and make this something positive rather than the negative you think is going to turn out. Yes.
Okay. When you are sad and you go home to your mom, what food does she prepare for you?
Anwamu.
God.
Braised rice with sardine and kusia. Yes.
Is that your favorite food?
From birth. Yes.
Has there ever been a time in your career that
I've not eaten anwamu?
Well, you ate anwamu
every day.
You eat anwamu every day?
There is no time in my career that even when I was going to Westwood, I ate anwamu.
I won't mind you. Has there ever been a time you felt like you should just, at a point in my life, my work, at the point I want to go to my mother and cry on her, like things get hard. Have you ever been in that situation before? I've
been in a situation where I felt like giving up, but I didn't want my mom to know because it could cause her depression because I'm her firstborn. It got to a point where I didn't really know where the next meal was going to come from. And that is my biggest fear in life. To wake up and not know where the next meal is coming from. If I tell my mom that, Mom, I'm hungry, she will start thinking. I'm sure the little on her mpono, she's gonna send it to me and she is gonna sleep hungry. So then I keep it to myself and call my friends that, Charlie, can you send me 20 CDs? Can you send me 10 CDs for food? That's better. You get it? Nobody has ever been great without getting help from people. So I don't care going to a friend that I trust for money rather than making my mom go through depression that I'm starving here in Accra. Imagine a bad time. She's gonna think. Yeah.
Okay. Before you met the Mike Bennis, what was the story like?
I was a normal boy working in a hospital as an accountant because I had a protocol from my uncle to work in an accounts office with, I think that time I was 18 years.
Which hospital?
Living Waters Hospital at Ejoso Krapa.
Okay.
I was in an accounts office working day and night.
Okay.
Day or night.
Day or night?
Yeah.
At what point did you start going to, were you introduced to by a friend to go to the studio? Or you now, because of the SS rap thing, you look for a studio?
After SHS, I met AZ after going on KFM Freestyle Rap Battle. But I met Jace, Mr. Jace. I normally don't add him to my story, which is very bad, but Jace took me to the studio for the first time. And Mr. Jace, shouts to you. And Static, he's now a road manager for YP. I went to the studio at Brahman with them for the first time. I think I paid 20 CDs. I remember because that time 20 CDs was like 200 CDs. And they looked at me, small boy, and took my 20 CDs. You get it? And I said, oh, because of this, I'll also be a star and you come and pay for me. You get it? Okay. So I've always been working. I think that's when I recorded it with my big brother. He's also a rapper. His name is Eugene. Eugene Safokantanka. Yeah, and I'm Derek Safokantanka. Yeah.
I see. Have you taken your mother's money to go and pay for a studio session before?
No. I'm that guy who hasn't really paid for studio sessions throughout my career.
Really? So the first time you paid, that was it? Oh.
Yes, my people made sure I have a setup and everything.
Let's talk about the impact of what Ezi Bernard does for musicians out there. There was a point I was so fascinated about him because I feel like he should be celebrated.
Yes.
Oh
yeah, it's true. There can be an Amerado story without Ezi and Kwao because they made me. Imagine me being a soul artist. Like if I say soul artist, running my own things, it was never gonna happen. Even if it was gonna happen, it was gonna take more time. And then they made me. They are the roots of my story, and I think Ezi would be appreciated at the right time.
Okay, so then coming to Accra, what was the conversation between you and your mom before you left Accra?
My mom was angry at me because I was leaving the hospital job for Accra and to do music. something that's not gonna guarantee payment or salary each and every month. So her problem was that how am I gonna survive in Accra? But I cried and I told her that, oh, mommy, I love this and I believe that it's gonna be well. And even if I go there, I'm not gonna call you to ask for money or something. Just pray for me. And Izzy and Kwa assured her that you're gonna take care of me, and she agreed.
When you sleep at night, what is the last thing you think about? Is it your mom?
No.
What?
My future.
Your future. How do you paint your future? I have made an artist paint his like.
Yeah, I always say that I even live in my dreams, but then I have to leave my dreams to live my dream.
Please, I don't rule up with you.
Listen.
Relax.
Whenever I'm going to sleep, I go into sleep with my career, and then I picture where I'm gonna be. But then when I wake up, I realize that I have to put in the work to live my dream.
Okay.
You get it? If I don't put in the work, my future, no, it's not gonna be possible for me to be the greatest or the most celebrated. Then I channel all my energy from the thinking and worrying to putting in the work. So if I drop the song and even you don't go and watch, there's going to be a platform for me to exhibit my potentials there, and you're gonna fall in love with me.
How did you know Mempe was a hit song? I know when I how did you know it was a hit song?
My songs were not being played on radio until I heard Mempe playing on, I think, Plus FM and some radio stations, and I said, oh yes, now it's a known song. Thank you very much. If I go on stage, then I'll be like, hey, yeah, it's me, I'm coming home. Mempe, who played Mempe? Then when I'm walking around the roads, people say, oh, that guy is that guy who played Mempe. Yeah, so on radio.
When you knew that you had a hit song, did you call your mom?
No, she was happy.
So she knew.
She called me and said, hey, she said, don't you know the YFM4, Papa? And I said, man, someone, I feel now, but that's YFM4. Yeah.
Okay, so now she has seen the light with what music can do for you.
Yeah, now she's my proud Ami lion.
Oh, nice.
She talks to me like a sister. Yeah. And she just texted me for a phone because I went to London.
And you bought it for her?
Oh yes, I have no.
Okay, so then when you were going to UK for the first time, or your first travel to the UK?
This one was second. The first one, my mom wasn't worried for this second one because I remember what she said was, because the first one I spent 3 months there.
Wait, the first one, did you go on business or you went?
No, I went for Ghana Music House UK, and I met my family there, so I stayed for a while to adapt to the system over there and learn. Yeah. Before I realized time was catching, I had to run back.
Okay, so what was the conversation between your mother before your first travel to the UK?
She said if I go and things are okay, I shouldn't come home.
What?
I shouldn't come because that's when I can send her pounds and stuff. She was still believing in the craft, but it wasn't like now. But I told her that I can't leave there because I have people here who have been holding me down, and it was through this music that I went there. So let me come back home and keep working. He said, "When you're bands are better than what you do, and I need to hear in echo." I'm saying, "Yeah, but three." And you get to the end, so that was it.
I know mothers, especially, they like to connect their friends' children to. Person, when you work as a radio, so it's one person you're intentional. Do you get that thing from your mother too?
No,
like friends trying to connect their children
no.
because
in the reverse or that. Oh, nah. In the reverse manner, my mom always say that she doesn't even like watching television. So people will be calling her phone saying that I'm on TV. She should go and watch. And Oban here for wait me the na amayana. What I say, but I reversed.
But the one our real answer saying.
Tell me them more.
Wait, has there ever been a time she did matchmaking for you?
Oh, no. Onye be crowded.
But
she has never seen me with a girl before. My mom has never seen me with a girl before.
Wait, were you not the boy who used to sneak girls into the house kind of boy?
No. I'll take them. Maybe if I would do, I'll take them outside. I would like to her and go and do my thing and come back. Oh. Yeah, she has never seen me with a girl before.
Okay.
Yeah.
But has there ever been a time she has brought up marriage conversation?
No. She knows I'm still young. I'm just 26 years. Oh. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's talk about you've gone to the UK for the second time. Everybody is talking about you. I mean, one thing you wanted to achieve, you've done it. When you got back to the airport, who was the first person you wanted to call?
Who was the first? I called my manager. Oh, okay. He's my right-hand man, so he was the first person I called. Yeah.
And then when you called your mom, what was the conversation between yourself and
my mom called me rather. Said she was monitoring my flight.
She knew that. How was she monitoring your flight?
Because I told her in London that I'll move at 2. So she knows that it's a 6 to 7 hours journey. So by 9, I have to be in Ghana. So 9:30, 10, she called and she called. I saw a strange number calling, a different number calling, and she said, "Kwabena, my phone not say you." And I was like, "Hey, she said I'm be doing. I say my phone not say you. How many ubi kasa mente?" I'm say, "Okay. So what do you want?" And they sent out over from me, and I'm say, "Okay." Then I went to post it on social media, and people were saying, "Oh, go and buy, go and buy." Even though I was gonna buy it, though, it was just fun to see that my mom now believes that whatever she asks me, I can do it. I can't do everything, but the ones within my potential, I can do it. And it's maybe she tasking me because she feels like I've also been worrying her since I was born.
Has it been worth it for you?
Oh, come on. It's more than worth it. My life has been on survival. My dad was very dosted. If I say dosted, he had money.
What did you used to do then?
My father was a cocoa sampler. Hey. And my grandfather, Suffolk Kantanka, was the chief executive officer for Cocoa Board in 2005. Sir John, John Kofi Suffolk Kantanka. Okay. He was the overall deputy commander-in-chief for Ghana Cocoa Board. And then he pushed my father in there to work as a cocoa sampler at Ghana Cocoa Board. So they had money. Unfortunately, my mother doesn't really have enough. But I have a sister she's taking good care of, so I don't want to bother her a lot with money and stuff. So I have been living my life on survival, and I thank my team for giving me the platform to exhibit my talent. If I say platform, they've believed in me and given me the chance or the go ahead to sponsor me and then give me everything I need to make it.
That's nice. I know you're a rapper, but I know women make hit songs.
Yes.
Do you have women fan base to following millions now? Are there women in it or it's all guys?
Starting my career, I was not having female fans, but now I think the female fans are even more than the guys, because at first I was wearing hoodie because I felt like there was a brand, but growing up I learned that rap goes beyond covering your head. Now it's about your lyrics and how interactive you can be. And now, trust me, I have so many female fans and they love me so much.
Okay, yeah. And do you think they share the music, they push the music
as
the guys do?
Oh yes, they do it on TikTok, everywhere they are doing. I can say now it's 50-50 or 60-40 in favor of the women, because they are really holding me down now. Yeah, I've switched from doing that hardcore type. Even yet in some women love it more than the guys because it's fun. Yeah.
I think we've exhausted our conversation about women.
Oh, let's talk.
The next side of women will be your life, and me, I don't like promoting.
Oh, let's do.
Do you have a one person that your mother doesn't know yet?
Oh, no. My mom knows everything about me.
Wait, so you have the person, your mother knows, or you don't have the person, your mother doesn't know?
I'm answering your question. If I have or not, dear, say it's not your business.
So you see why you want to have. Please, I won't have that conversation with you. Guys, this is Amerado Bena, and I hope you've enjoyed. I mean, I just wanted to probe his life, the role of mothers in the lives of rappers. I mean, we want to know, did they even catch on to the vibe, your kind of songs and all of that? I think he has done justice to the mother conversation on the female. So guys, you and I have a few rounds, but I know your social media, your songs, where your songs
Just
are.
Google Amerado songs, you get all of them.
Great. Please, Google Amerado songs, and he's hoping to have more female fans. So go and join his army, his team.
More in your talk boys. More.
And once you do, when you're there, please share his contents, do videos with it, because that's the only way we can get into a different level where we want him to be. Thank you for sticking and staying, and thank you for coming.
Thank you. Always invite me to the female show. I love women. All
right. Since he loves women, please, let's run out of here. Right? Thank you so much for watching.
OnePlay. Add class to your music.